NASCAR finds itself facing unprecedented criticism from within its own ranks. Two prominent drivers have launched a public assault on the sport's direction, targeting a fundamental shift that has redefined the championship landscape. The controversy centers on road courses. For decades, NASCAR operated with just two road courses on the Cup schedule, Sonoma Raceway and Watkins Glen. This established the sport's identity as primarily oval-based racing, distinguishing it from other motorsport series. That foundation has crumbled in recent years. NASCAR rapidly expanded road course events, adding Cup races at Indianapolis Road Course, Daytona Road Course, Road America, Charlotte Roval, and Circuit of the Americas. The series also introduced events in Mexico City and on the streets of Chicago. Some tracks have since fallen off the schedule, but the current count stands at 6 total road and street courses. NASCAR officials are close to securing a new street race in San Diego, though those plans remain unfinalized. Brad Keselowski fired the opening shot. The 2012 NASCAR Cup champion took to social media with a direct challenge to NASCAR's direction. "We went from 2 to 6 road course races, possibly 7 next year," Keselowski posted. NASCAR was successfully built as a primarily oval racing series. IMSA was built as the primary road course series in North America. IMSA will always do road racing better than NASCAR, and that's okay. Yes, too many road courses in NASCAR. Keselowski's statement drew immediate attention across the NASCAR community. The RFK Racing co-owner and driver of the number 6 Ford Mustang had reshared a post discussing calls for the Cup Series to streamline its road course selection. Denny Hamlin joined the criticism shortly after. The 3-time Daytona 500 winner used his weekly podcast, Actions Detrimental, as his platform for expressing dissatisfaction with NASCAR's schedule evolution. Hamlin's comments carried additional weight given his status as both a veteran driver and team owner. He did offer one exception to his criticism, throwing support behind the Chicago street course due to its perceived importance. As for the rest of them, Hamlin said he could take it or leave them. Richard Petty added his voice to the growing chorus of dissent. The NASCAR legend focused his criticism on how road courses impact the championship format, particularly following Shane Van Gisbergen's victory in Mexico. "You got somebody that's 30th in points that's going to make the playoffs," Petty stated. "Hey man, what happened to the guy that 15th, 16th, or 18th that's been running good and finished good everywhere? You're making a championship situation by winning a road course, which is not really NASCAR to begin with. From that standpoint, I think they're going to have to jockey around and change some of this kind of stuff." Petty's concerns highlighted a fundamental tension within NASCAR's playoff system. The win-and-you're-in format allows drivers to secure playoff spots through single victories, regardless of their overall season performance. Critics quickly questioned whether Keselowski's opposition stemmed from personal struggles on road courses. The 41-year-old driver has competed in 51 Cup Series races on road courses without securing a victory. His recent performance includes a streak of 18 races without a top 10 finish on road courses. Keselowski rejected these suggestions emphatically. "Nothing to do with my performance," he responded. "If anything, it's good for my ownership stake in RFK to run road courses, as we've had 2 of the best teams with 6 and 60 this season on road courses." The defense highlighted RFK Racing's improved performance on road courses during the 2025 season. Both the number 6 and number 60 cars have shown competitive speed at road course events, contradicting any notion that team performance influenced Keselowski's stance. The road course debate has intensified since Shane Van Gisbergen entered NASCAR full-time competition. Van Gisbergen's dominance on road courses has exposed the skill gap between traditional NASCAR drivers and road racing specialists. This controversy has only become a hot-button issue since a driver from outside NASCAR arrived in the sport full-time and started wiping the floor with the sport's more established drivers on any circuit that has right-hand corners. Van Gisbergen's success has forced NASCAR to confront questions about what constitutes authentic stock car racing. His victories have come primarily on road courses, where his background in road racing provides distinct advantages over oval-trained competitors. Dale Earnhardt Jr. appeared to support the criticism by resharing Keselowski's social media post. The NASCAR Hall of Famer's action suggested agreement with the sentiment, though he offered no direct commentary. Earnhardt Jr. later provided insight into NASCAR's future scheduling plans.
I don't think that they're adding another road course. I think it's like, all right, there's a,
we're limited.
How many do we got? 6?
Yeah, I think 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think it's 6 right now. So whatever the number is today, that'll be the number next year. But I just don't know which racetracks it's going to be.
The speculation extends to specific venue decisions.
But I'm feeling like the San Diego deal's done. People will say it's not done, but I feel like it's done. And then it's like 50-50 between going back to Chicago or going back to Mexico City. And then you always have the hope that we get to Montreal again. And I think that's NASCAR's intention to get there. Now, that might not happen next year.
The current 2025 Cup Series schedule features 6 road courses: Watkins Glen, Sonoma Raceway, Circuit of the Americas, Charlotte Roval, Chicago Street Course, and Mexico City. This represents a dramatic increase from 2020, when the Cup Series featured just 2 road courses. The expansion reflects NASCAR's attempt to diversify its racing portfolio and attract new audiences. However, the rapid growth has created tension with traditionalists who view oval racing as NASCAR's core identity. Hamlin offered additional context for the road course popularity surge. The only reason people loved them was because we had green and white checkered finishes, because people would get wiped out and it created this excitement, he explained. I just think it was fake news. And we added a bunch to the schedule. We did cut back maybe 1 this year. The criticism reflects deeper concerns about NASCAR's identity evolution. Keselowski's comparison to IMSA highlighted the distinction between racing series and their specialized strengths. Motorsport journalist Pete Pistone pointed out that fans had called for increased road course events less than a decade ago. NASCAR responded to those demands, but Keselowski argued the series moved too much, too fast. The debate exposes fundamental questions about what defines NASCAR racing. Traditional elements include short track competition, high-banked ovals, and close-quarters racing that often results in contact between cars. Kyle Larson's recent comments provided contrast to the road course criticism. The 2021 Cup Series champion revealed Bristol Motor Speedway as his favorite track during a Field Day podcast appearance. Favorite track? Bristol Motor Speedway. Larson explained, "Bristol would be my favorite track." Larson elaborated on Bristol's appeal. It's a half mile, so it's like our shortest track. High bank, it's just super fast, intense laps we're going around there. 14 seconds, 500 laps too, so it's just intense. It's one of those tracks your heart rate it'll spike at 190 or something, and yeah, just trying to manage all that for the whole race is fun. Larson's Bristol success supports his preference for traditional NASCAR venues. In the last 5 seasons, he has won 3 Cup Series races at Bristol and achieved a second-place finish. His 2025 Bristol performance demonstrated continued dominance, leading 411 of 500 racing laps in the number, Beche Chevrolet. The contrast between Larson's traditional track success and the road course specialists highlights the skill diversity within NASCAR's driver field. Different track types favor different driving styles and backgrounds. Keselowski faces career pressures that add context to his criticism. The former champion is approaching his 3rd winless season in 4 years as his career enters its final phase. However, his ownership stake in RFK Racing provides motivation beyond personal driving performance. Richard Petty's concerns about playoff qualification reflect broader issues with NASCAR's championship format. The current system allows drivers ranked as low as 30th in points to secure playoff berths through single victories. This structure can disadvantage drivers who perform consistently across the full season, but fail to win individual races. Road course events, with their specialized skill requirements, can particularly benefit drivers with specific backgrounds over traditional NASCAR competitors. Van Gisbergen's Mexico victory exemplified this dynamic, allowing a driver with limited overall NASCAR success to secure significant championship benefits through road course expertise.